What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's been another week. I'm sorry that the videos have been so spaced out. It's just now that I'm not using the script. It feels so much more intimidating to do this. It's I can't lie. It's not easy to get in front of this camera and speak to you guys, especially when honestly, 70% of the time, I overthink what I'm gonna talk about instead of just hitting record and letting the Holy Spirit talk. But it really sucks, honestly. That's why I even started using the scripts in the first place, so that the videos could go smoother and I could talk better, and that's why I did it. And it's so hard sometimes to do this because it's it's very intimidating. You got a lot of pressure on you. If you want to do what I want to do, you want to get on here and you want to teach, or you want to spread some knowledge, or maybe tell some sorry, tell people something they don't really know. It's very easy to overthink it, but I have to follow God's will, and I have to kill my flesh and do what I have to do anyway. Even though my flesh is telling me, you don't got to do that. You don't got to do it. You could just sit here and, sometimes I know we all have these days. You just want to sit there and you just be like, can I be just a regular person today? Can I just sit here and rot away? Can I just be average today? Can I just sit here and do nothing and just sit here, do absolutely nothing, not be this difference? Because it gets tiring sometimes. If I'm being honest, it gets exhausting trying to be a difference and a light in the world. It gets tiring, and some days you do just want to sit there and be like, man, I feel like just sitting here. I feel like just doing nothing. But the amount of damage that does to you is so unhealthy. One day of just sitting there and doing nothing can ruin so much progress. It's like you've been taking 10 steps forward all week. Say you've been going hard all week and doing exactly what you've been wanting to, exactly what you needed to. And you take those 10 steps forward all week. You take that one day to just be lazy, not rest. Rest is different. That's knowing when you need to relax and just chill out and take your rest, let your body recover. But this is days where you're supposed to be doing something and you just rather choose laziness. That can bring you, that 10 steps you took forward, that one day of laziness will bring you 10 steps right back. It's just like those days that you go are so important. Those small decisions are so important. They add up and they can change so much of your everyday life. And they will eventually start to pay off if you just keep making them. If you just keep going, keep being disciplined, keep pushing, even when you don't want to, you will see a difference. Say 2 months, 3 months, even a month from now, a couple weeks maybe, you will see a difference. And you'll be like, oh, I'm so glad that I kept pushing and I kept going and I continued to do what I needed to do. But I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I know when I just sit there and do nothing all day, sit on the couch, no movement, you're really not even using your brain. You're just consuming. You're not really thinking at all. I don't know about y'all, but that makes me feel terrible. Like when I just sit here all day, it makes me literally feel like dookie. It makes me feel like a waste of space and like laziness. It makes me feel ultra lazy. And it's kind of like brings guilt in. It's just like, you need to get up and do something. I don't know. I mean, it might be different for other people, but I just know, me personally, I can't just sit there and do nothing all day. It's not in me. I gotta at least get up, go to the gym, go for a walk. Oh, sorry, I was fine before this video started. No yawning. I don't know what happened. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just going for a walk will help a lot. Actually, will help exponentially. That'll clear your mind up more than anything. Going for a walk and talking to Jesus. Maybe just what I like to do when I walk is talk to Jesus. I like to keep the phone off. Just talk, to Jesus, because it really helps me open my mind up and get me thinking. Getting that blood flow is so important. And if you don't, that's where you hurt yourself in the process, because you're not getting the blood flowing to your brain, and you're not moving and getting your blood pumping and your adrenaline flowing. And if you're not getting no blood to your brain, it's not flowing to your brain, I mean, you're just gonna feel like a zombie, basically moving on autopilot. And honestly, I know I've been making videos only once a week, but I'm just glad that I'm at least doing a video, If it's anything, worst case scenario even, I know that I have to do at least one, for you guys, because I have to be putting something out, and I know you guys enjoy watching, and my people who really support you guys are waiting for each video. But my life's just been a lot lately. It's been one heck of a roller coaster. So it's been really hard, especially when I get up to, man, how am I gonna get on this camera and speak to you guys about being okay and being motivated, and I don't know, acting like I can't do that. That's why I struggle with these ideas and struggle with these videos right now, because I can't fake it. I just can't. I can't get on here and act like I have it all together when I don't. I can't get on here and act like my life is great right now, my life is going good. I can't get on here and act like that when it's not. But what I can get on here and do is say that every day is a blessing. Every day that we're above ground is a great day. And it's a blessing just to wake up, because there's thousands of people who did not wake up today. And there's thousands of people who will leave this earth today, who will leave this world. So if you can't find anything to be grateful for, be grateful that you woke up. Be grateful that you're breathing. If you have a house, be grateful that you have somewhere to live. If you can walk, be grateful that you can walk. There's people who are in wheelchairs, they'll never walk again. If you can hear, be thankful that you can hear. There's people who can't hear, they don't even know what a human voice sounds like. There's people who can't see. There's so many little things you can be grateful for. You just gotta find it. And you just gotta really sit there and think about it. And you gotta step back from our world, who says, oh, if you don't got money, if you don't got a job, if you don't got a nice car, you're not living right. But the thing is, I mean, we're all, if you can see, you can walk, you can breathe, you can hear, you can talk, you're rich. You're rich. You're richer than anybody with money could ever be. It's just all about your perspective and your mindset. You gotta change it and find things to be grateful for. Because there's gonna be times where you don't feel like you do have anything to be grateful for. But those things I just named, if you're awake, they're always there. I mean, unless you get in a crazy accident or something. Well, then I'm sure that'll make you feel like, dang, I took this for granted. I really should have been more grateful for these things. We could all lose those things in a second. You could get in an accident, you could lose your walking, you could get, your ears could bust, you could lose your hearing. You never want to take anything you have for granted. If you got food in your stomach, if you're able to eat, there's people who don't get to eat. There's people who don't get to choose when they eat or what they eat. So there's another thing to be grateful for. You got your family here. That's me personally. One thing I thank God for every morning. Every major family member that I have is still here. And that's a big blessing, because I know so many people who have lost so many family members and gone through so much heartbreak. And I know that day will come for me. So I'm just being appreciative of what I have right now, and that they're all still here, because I know that's a big blessing. And I pray for them every day, because I want to keep them here as long as possible, because I'm grateful that they're all still here. You know, I've lost some family members, and a couple of them were major, but not since I was a kid. I haven't had to go through that big heartbreak. You know, my mom's still here, my dad's still here, my grandparents are still here, my siblings are still here. Everybody I love is still here. And I'm still here. That's another thing. If you're waking up, that means God has a purpose for you. If you're still waking up every day, breathing, and with the ability to move, that means God has a plan for you. Because if He didn't, you'd be gone. None of us are here by accident. You just gotta put the work in, and you have to do what God has called you to do. Which right now, I feel like God has called me to do these videos. That's why, you know, how much I fight with my flesh. Because my flesh doesn't want to do this thing. My flesh just wants to keep me comfortable. And I have to battle and battle and battle with that every day. But that's okay, because that's how I know I'm a child of God. Because the devil doesn't go after people who aren't a threat. So just remember that if you're going through trials, if you're going through tribulations, if you're having a hard life right now, it's because you're meant to be something greater. And because the devil doesn't like that he doesn't have a grasp on you and he doesn't have a hold of you. So he tries everything in his power to delay your success. Because he can't take it away from you, but he can distract you from it. So just keep fighting, keep going, and I'm gonna do the same. You know, I struggle. That's what I say. I'm never gonna get on here and try to act like I'm better than anyone. God has called me to do these videos and speak to you guys and be a voice for people that don't want to talk about these things that they struggle. And you know, I might not be the best at it right now, but I'm gonna get there. Every day comes with improvement. Every time that I get on here and talk about something, talk about the same thing, talk about anything, at least I'm improving. I'm getting better at talking, and I'm really improving my speaking skills just by being on here and talking to you guys. I mean, it's hard to do it like this, you know. It's very tempting to take the easy route and do the AI scripts, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do this the easy way. I want to do it the right way. If the right way is hard, then that's okay. I'm gonna do it. I mean, like, I see people online too now, and I can tell when they're reading the scripts. And like, I'll see people comment on these posts and be like, oh, you're so well spoken, you're so smart, and you're so good with your words. But they don't even know that they're using a script and the AI is writing it for them. That's just the difference with me. I wasn't going to keep doing it and lie about it. Excuse me. I couldn't, because God said that's not the right way. And God said you have to portray me in a different way. And I'm not going to sit there and ignore him. Because I know he wants what's best for me. And one day that could be the reason I stand out, is because I took the hard route and I took the honest route, and I did it all organically. It's just all about obeying God, you know? That's what it's all about for me. This is all his plan. I'm just following and listening. It's not for me. He's calling me to speak to you guys. He's calling me to be a voice, so that's what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna improve it. I might not like it. It might be hard. But I'm gonna do it anyway, because that's what he's called me to do. There's people out there that need help, and he wants me to be part of the help. So I'm gonna keep doing this, and tomorrow I'm gonna get up in front of this camera and do this again, okay? I'll be back tomorrow, and we're gonna keep going, getting better every day, keep improving. Make sure you guys are doing the same. I'm out of here. God bless you all.